Hi Cancer, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a weekly tarot reading for the week of September 13th to the 19th, 2021. And I do want to remind you in this moment to like, comment, and subscribe, but I also want to genuinely thank you for joining me. I should have reversed those two. But we're going to begin by pulling a couple messages from the Green Witch Oracle deck. As I do the initial shuffling, keep in mind, excuse me, general intuitive weekly read for the sign of Cancer, so do take what resonates and leave a dozen for somebody else, but as well don't forget to check out the other readings for your other placements within your chart for more messages. You just never know. Alrighty, for my lovely Cancers to begin this weekly read for the 13th to the 19th of September 2021. Things might feel a little bit messy at this time or throughout the week in general. You may be finding yourself seeing a lot of threes throughout the week, a sign of maybe spirituality or even just success that you deserve at this time. Transition. It may feel like a very transitional week for you, or you're reminded of the transition you're continuing or beginning to go through in your individual situation. You also might find yourself lighting a lot of candles throughout the week, okay? I'll take that one as well. So we have wholeness, ritual, and refinement. It's a week where you are pushed by the universe to focus on how whole you feel, on how complete and fulfilled you feel in general. It's just a reminder to keep reevaluating people, places, and situations in your life, to make sure you're surrounded and wrapping yourself up with situations and people, even items that make you feel complete in one way, shape, or form. I feel like a lot of you will be focusing on your health this week to a certain extent. You may be dealing with an Aquarius or a Pisces, I feel the need to say. And then we have ritual. You might also find yourself looking up at the night sky, the stars, excuse me, as I struggle. And so there's going to be a true focus throughout the week on your ritual, on certain rituals you may be testing out or intrigued by, maybe seeing on the internet, as well as it's coming through as your daily routine, being a form of a ritual, right? You needing to at times re-examine it, take a step back, a very Queen of Swords vibe for both cards, and ask yourself, is my daily routine assisting me in a healthy manner, or is it sort of hindering me or making me feel less healthy in one way, shape, or form? Feeling like a lot of you will be lighting a lot of incense or sage or Palo Santo. Great way of cleansing your energy. And we also have Leo on the board. And you may also have a Virgo or a Scorpio in your situation. And again, on the signs that I'm mentioning could just be in your chart as well. I understand I mentioned a lot. Moving on to refinement. And so truly tying into the other two cards, it's a week where you're pushed to refine your schedule, your routine from day to day throughout the week. Maybe refining certain habits you have when it comes to your health, maybe your eating habits, or for some of you, when it comes to your vices, whether it's drinking or smoking, or whatever the case may be for you personally, but having to refine this and that in your life in order to make your way towards a healthier lifestyle, even if you feel as if you lead or live a healthy life in general. One can always improve on their lifestyle and their choices and their habits to make things, better for you individually. Excuse me, as I was hearing something interesting. Moving on, we're going to pull 5 tarot cards from the Gilded Tarot Rail deck. I feel like a lot of Cancers will be trying out a different food throughout the week. I don't know why I feel the need to say that. Expanding your horizons in one way, shape, or form for Cancer to continue this weekly read for the 13th to the 19th of September. Okay, this feels right. We're going to pull 5 right from the top of the deck. I feel like there's 1 or 2 days throughout the week where you'll feel quite a bit uptight, but then for the most part throughout the week, you're very relaxed. kind of feeling that decisions and the re-examining of stuff is coming quite easily. Interesting. With the Empress at the bottom of the deck, there may be something you want to give birth to or go after with the Knight of Wands in a very passionate manner. You may not be completely sure as to how to go about it, or this may have happened to you in the recent past and you're reflecting on it, or trying to make the best out of this new beginning, or whatever you're trying to give birth to at this time, okay? And it's very much aligned. There's a reason I put it on this side, feeling as if it should be with the transition card, okay? Transitioning, excuse me, as you make your way towards a lot of new beginnings, fresh starts, and just what you truly deserve at this time, okay? 8 of Wands. You may also feel like there's a lot of people in your life surrounding you, whether it's family, friends, acquaintances, coworkers, who are going through their own version of a transition or refinement kind of part of their life. So throughout the week, you're going to find things moving quite quickly, but at the same time, you feel very calm and at ease. You might be using things like essential oils, again, cleansing your energy to the extent of feeling more calm than you would expect to with the fast pace of things. But a lot of messages will start to come in and be going out, a lot of back and forth communication with friends, acquaintances. For some of you, when it comes to applying for a job, right? Setting up interviews and just doing what you have to feel more whole, to feel more complete. Again, a lot of messages going in and out and making you and pushing you into that situation where you question, is this person's situation going to continue to make me, or do they make me feel whole and complete and fulfilled once again? There's something that will take place communication-wise that will leave you feeling more fulfilled in one way, shape, or form. I feel like it's not going to be who you expect it to be, okay? Moving on to the 8 of Cups. And so as you move throughout the week, you're going to find yourself thinking about who and what you've left behind in the recent past. Or again, you may find that with the Empress card coming out with transition, you are transitioning to a chapter of your life where you have to leave people, places, and situations, maybe even physical, materialistic items behind, as you are being pushed to re-examine your rituals, your daily routine, your weekly routine, even your monthly routine. Interestingly enough, there might be something you do maybe once a month where you're questioning whether or not it's still going to work for you moving forward, given certain sections of your life are changing completely, or just small parts of your sections of life are changing. Interestingly put. But also, again, feeling very drawn to the night sky for one reason or another. I feel the need to say, don't feel bad for doing what's right for you. If you have to leave a family member or family behind, or maybe friends or acquaintances or a set of coworkers you've become close with, some of you may be too concerned about, again, leaving people behind or just doing what's right for you, okay? Moving on to the 10 of Wands. And so again, I feel drawn back to the 8 of Cups is a very reflective state of being as well throughout the week at certain points, where you're pushed to think about people and places and situations you left behind at one point in time, and whether that was the best choice for you, given you're moving into fresh starts, new beginnings in one way, shape, or form, or just a new chapter. And there's something to be learned or something to remember to help you make the best out of what's ahead, or maybe of what you've just begun recently. So moving throughout the week, there are going to be several points, I want to say maybe 2 days out of the week, where you feel like you have a lot on your plate, a lot on your shoulders. It may simply have to do with certain energies you're surrounded with. Again, thinking thoroughly about who's going to be best for you moving forward, deciding who's going to have a seat with you, or next to you rather, as you move towards this new chapter. Feeling like this is part of the process of you remembering that you need to continuously refine your surroundings, okay? But as well, it could have to do with your habits, making you feel a bit weighed down or a bit unhealthy, and to have to refine, excuse me, your habits as well, just in general. You may find that you receive flowers or buy flowers for somebody else, or just feel very drawn to nature in one way, shape, or form, okay? Think a lot about leaves for some reason. Random. The Lovers. I feel like as well at certain points in the week, you may just completely start to lose your voice and you're like, okay, where is this coming from? It might be spiritually connected. But moving on, we have the Lovers. And so I feel like a lot of you throughout the week will be focusing on your loved ones, your family, your friends, your coworkers, whoever means the most to you. For a lot of you, is just focus on the amount of love you have, romance in your life, or lack of which. And I feel like some of you will be going on a date, maybe two, or just re-examining your relationship, trying to bring back a level of romance and love into the situation. And being aligned with the Eight of Wands, I feel like a lot of messages will be going back and forth when it comes to your love life, or when it comes to the ones you love, and it may be a little bit overwhelming at certain points throughout the week, but it will feel good to a certain extent, and it may be tied to the flowers that I was talking about receiving or giving, okay? So we move on, we have the Three of Cups. And so interestingly enough, remember we were talking about with the Lovers card to focus on your love life, romance, or lack of which. A lot of you desiring more romance in your life in general. And then there's a true focus on your friendships, your acquaintances, who you feel most connected to. A lot of you thinking about revisiting old friendships that maybe have left behind or felt sort of energetically fading away from in one way, shape, or form. I feel like that's horribly put. But there's a feeling that you will be pushed to celebrate certain ups and downs, or maybe a new beginning that you have on the horizon or just began with a close friend or two, maybe three at most. And with the Eight of Cups being aligned, it's you sort of remembering who and what you left behind, in a sense to re-examine if you want to bring people or situations back into your life, or who and what you're trying to leave behind, and to celebrate all of which in a positive manner, as you are reminded that every little thing happens for a reason, okay? There's this feeling that you'll be inclined or feel the need to sort of dance throughout the week. Some of you might even be going out to do some dancing, okay? But we're going to finish up by pulling a message or two from the Find Your Happy deck, if I could even pick it up. Some shuffling for this. For Cancer, to wrap up this weekly read. This feels right. I imagine myself living my ideal life. So there's a part of the week, or maybe throughout the entire week, where you're pushed by the universe to imagine the perfect life for yourself and ask yourself, well, what needs to actually change and be adjusted to make my way towards this ideal life, okay? And I let go of what I cannot change. Just keep that in mind throughout the week as well. But the two that came out were setbacks do not define me. They nudge me into a new awareness, as well as I am gentle with myself in transitions. So there's a feeling that you'll be focusing or thinking back to certain setbacks you had in the recent past, or you might discover a little bit of a setback throughout the week. Don't let it sort of get you down or discourage you. Just keep moving forward and overcome these certain little obstacles. And remember, divine timing is at play. And just be gentle with yourself throughout this true transitional period, if I could even pick it up, as I've been saying throughout the entire reading, okay? So I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Wishing you nothing but the best. Hope you have the most amazing week, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Cancer.